All right. Hello, everyone. This is Zahid Bashir. I am discussing toward the online training on SPSS 27. Today is uh, basically the sixth day, dated 30th March 2024. Time is 9 p.m. to 9:40 p.m. Myself, Zahid Bashir. I am a faculty member at Department of Commerce, University of Gujarat, and a PhD scholar in Delhi College of Commerce, University of Punjab, Lahore. So, uh, in today's session, what we are going to cover, we have already covered the basic environment and layout familiarity. We have covered the data management using different types of menus. We have covered the overview of a survey questionnaire and its types. We have covered the code book creation and data entry. Uh, Today, we will cover the missing value analysis. Basically, some parts of the data entry we will cover today because in our previous session, we have covered the code book creation in more detail, along with how to create a questionnaire using adopted scales. Today, we will cover the other parts. In the further session after missing value analysis, we will cover the demographic summary, cross tabulation, reliability analysis, variable computation, descriptive analysis, and so on. There are a lot more that we need to cover uh, in the upcoming sessions. So today training session is basically on uh, what we have covered in the previous session, the questionnaire and its component and administration, types of questionnaire, whether it is open-ended or whether it is close-ended, adopted versus adapted, example of how to develop an adopted or adapted questionnaire, and code book creation we have done previously. Today, we will discuss how to enter data and how to analyze the missing value analysis, which is the first part or which is the starting point of analysis of your data. So, first of all, I would like to let you know how to done the data entry. Let's suppose I have done this code book example previously. I would like to show you this, and I would like to also open the code book that we have used previously so that you can understand how to enter your data. So there are two formats through which you can collect data. You can collect data through hard prints of your questionnaire. You can take prints of your questionnaire, whether you have adopted or adapted questionnaire. Or you can also create the question. So in case of online system, you can create your questionnaire some easy way. So whatever the method you adopt, you simply need to enter your data here. So in case of online system, you can generate an Excel sheet or Excel data entry. And in case of manual procedure, you can also enter the data manually in your data sheet using the data view, or you can also do it using your Excel sheet. For example, let's suppose that I have filled a number of questionnaire from different respondent. Like for example, the gender of first respondent is male. So how I have denoted the male. I need to see how I have denoted the male. I need to go to the variable view. I have denoted the male with 1 and female with 2. So if the first respondent is male, I need to put here only 1, which means male. Then for age, I have categorized my data. I need to see here what type of age categories are here. Like for example, if the first respondent is 27-year-old, it will definitely fall in the third category. So I need to write here 3. 3 means the third category of age. Then marital status. For example, the first respondent is still unmarried. So I need to put 1 in front of the first respondent as a marital status. So it means he is unmarried. Then children. Uh, Obviously, he is unmarried, so he would not have any children. So 0 is placed there, the no children sign. Then I need to see SWLS1. I need to see what does it mean by. So SWLS is basically the first statement. So let's suppose if a person has given 4 as the number of first statement, I need to put it here, the 4 in my data sheet. For someone has placed, uh, let's suppose 5 for the second statement, 2 for the third statement, again 5 for the fourth statement, 4 for the fifth statement, and 3 for the sixth statement. So in the same way, I need to put the data here one by one according to the questionnaire. So how many people you have consulted for those questionnaire, you need to put the data. So I have already uh, a survey code book available with some data. So I need to put here that data. Uh, Basically, 2 means female and 1 means male. So this is the data which is basically recorded from the same group of people. So you just need to copy. I will provide you for your convenience. Let's suppose I have copied this data. I need to see whether I am following the same coding scheme. Yes. Just need to see here. 1 mean male, 2 mean female. All right. I just need to copy and paste the data here. Paste. Now there are a lot of respondents. They have provided data. There are some certain respondent who does not indicated their gender. Let's suppose it is the missing data. I will let you know how to analyze the missing data. Uh, because today is basically the day that we are dealing with the missing data. The second thing that I have recorded here are the responses from different people. And you would notice here that these are basically 7-point Likert scale responses, while we have a range responses from 5-point Likert scale. I need to see here what is scaling criteria. I have provided here 5-point Likert scale. I need to change it. So let's suppose 1 is strongly disagree, 2 is disagree. I need to add here. I need to put here 3 as a somewhat disagree. 4, 5, some agree. 6 as a 7th as a strongly agree. Now this is 7-point Likert scale. I have to write. What I need to do, I need to copy the same scale on the other. So just you need to press Control C from your keyboard, and you just need to select them all like this and press Control V. It will automatically change the uh, scaling criteria of all other variables. You don't need to change them one by one because they have the similar scaling criteria. So I need to put this data from here to here. Just Control C and then put here Control V from here. Just paste it here like this. Now let's suppose it provides the data for up to SWLS5. So we will use this data. Now I need to put here the data for the missing variables here, like age, for example, I would delete them instead in order to make our analysis clear. So let's suppose this is the data, or this is the data set that we have created. The first thing that you need to do is with this data is the missing value analysis. So let's suppose that we see that some of the values are missing, already missing here. You can see these are basically the system missing value. It means those value which are missing at random by the respondent. They may have skipped some responses, or they may have forgot to enter some responses like this. You can see here is also the missing value. Here is also the missing value. So sometimes due to shortage of some time, the respondent may not be able to respond some of the questions. So that is the part which is known as missing value. So what, how to analyze those missing value? That is a question here. So you need to understand the procedure. First, you need to understand what do you mean by missing value. So missing value is refer to the data points that are not available or not recorded for a particular variable in a data set. So whenever the data is not available for a particular variable in a data set, that is known as missing values. So missing values can occur due to various reasons, such as data entry errors, non-response from the survey participants, or intentional omission. So these could be the cause. Sometimes the respondent may not be able to fill some parts of the questionnaire, or he may have missed some responses. It is important to identify and handle missing values appropriately during data analysis to avoid biased result or incorrect conclusion. So always remember that you need to identify the missing values, as well as you need to handle the missing values, because they can impact your results. They can make your results biased. You cannot create the correct conclusion on the basis of those results. But you need to understand when you will ignore the missing values and when you will handle the missing values. So you need to understand the difference. First, how to identify the missing values. One of the procedure is you can visually inspect your data in the data view to identify any missing value, like we are doing right now in our previous part. For example, this is basically the data view. This is variable view. This is data view. So whenever you visually inspect the data, you find that there are some values which are missing at random. You can find here through visually inspecting, you can identify the missing values here. This is the procedure, but this procedure is applicable when you have a limited number of observations. But let's suppose if you have thousands of observations, you have a very big data or very large amount of data, and there are a lot of missing values are there, that it would be difficult for you to identify the each one. Then what is the possible way to identify the missing values? That is basically the frequency distribution method. In case if the missing values are very large, or your data set is very large, and it is impossible for you, or it is difficult for you to visually inspect your data set or data view one by one, you can do this by frequency distribution table. You need to go to the analyze, then descriptive statistic, then you need to consider the frequencies. That will let you know that how much your data is missing at random. So let's apply this procedure. Uh, I have given you the overview of data view procedure, that you visually inspect your data. I want to let you know how to analyze the other procedure if you have a large amount of data. You need to go to the analyze, you need to go to the descriptive statistics, and then you need to select frequencies. That is the same procedure I have written in my slides. I have written here analyze, descriptive statistic, and then frequencies. So you need to go there, analyze, descriptive statistic, and frequencies. And let's suppose I am interested in find out uh, the missing values in all of these variables. How can I simplify which of these variables it stated with what name? Simply select them all. How can you select? You can simply select the first one, then press control button from your keyboard, laptop keyboard or your system keyboard. Then click every item one by one, like this. Uh, these should be done while pressing the control button. Then click on the right button of your mouse, and here you will find display variable names. Just click on it and it will be converted into variable names. If you uncheck this procedure, you will find the value label names. And if you select variable names, you will find these as a variable name. Now, I am interested to know in which factors or in which items there are some missing values. I don't know whether it is SW LS1 or SW LS2 or SW LS3 or anyone. If I am interested to know which variable are having the missing values, you just need to put it here in the variable box. Then go to the statistic, and you will find here a number of options. I don't want to have mean, median, mode, sum. I don't want to have variance, range, minimum, maximum, skewness, kurtosis. You can continue without checking any of these options, because I simply need only the frequency tables. So it is already checked here, display frequency tables. I need this. So if it is unchecked, you need to check it. Click on OK, and you will find a frequency table like this. Now, see the first one. You will see it is showing valid 124 and missing 2. So here you can find which variable has some missing values, like it is indicating that this variable has one missing value, this variable has one missing value, this variable has zero missing value, zero missing value, and zero missing value. So you can identify using this procedure which variable has how many missing values. You can also identify it individually here using the frequency table, like male, female, total 126, while missing system are 2. So approximately 1.6% are missing values here. I will let you know what this percentage means and how it would influence your results. Again, you can find here strongly agree, disagree, and so on. Uh, there are total number of 126 value, and there is no missing value here. Again, in this case, there is no missing value here. In this case, there is one missing value you can see here, and it is in terms of percentage is 0.8%. Then again, you can see here there is one missing value here, which is 0.8%. Then in overall, uh, there is no missing value here. So this is how you can identify the missing values. So what we have identified, there are two missing values in gender. There are one missing values in the third variable. There is one missing value in the fourth one, and there is nothing, no missing value in other parts. So what we need to do next, we need to understand after identification what we need to do, how we can handle the missing values. So always remember that sometimes you need to ignore the missing values, and sometimes these are not ignorable. So you need to understand the difference when the missing values are not ignorable and when they are ignorable. Typically, missing data percentage below 5% to 10% of the total sample size are often considered small and ignorable. So, if your total sample size, if the missing value are below 5% of your total sample size, then you can ignore those missing values. In that case, those missing values are considered at random and they are unrelated to the variable of interest. With small amounts of missing data, sample imputation methods such as mean imputation or list-wise deletion may be acceptable, as they are unlikely to introduce significant bias into the analysis. So in this case, you can apply mean imputation, or you can delete the values if they are less than 5% of the total sample size. The next procedure is large and not ignorable. If your missing data is above 10% of the total sample size, then it is not ignorable. Always remember, you need to understand what percentage of your data or particular variable is missing. So if it is above 10%, you cannot ignore them. But if it is less than 5%, you can ignore them and you can handle them using mean imputation or list-wise deletion. So what to do if your data is missing more than 10%? In that case, large amount of missing data can potentially bias the results and conclusion of the analysis, especially if the missingness is related to the variable being studied, or if it introduces substantial uncertainty. So always remember, if your missing data is showing more than 10%, it means they can influence your conclusion, your interpretation, your validness of the result. So you need to understand that missing values should not be more than 10%. It should be less than 10%. In cases of large missing data percentage, more sophisticated missing data handling method, such as multiple imputation or model-based imputation, may be necessary to address the issue properly. So now I will let you know the step-by-step procedure. First of all, we need to decide whether we are having the small percentage of missing values or large percentage of missing values. For example, if we see the gender, there are two missing values are here, and these two missing values representing 1.6%, which is less than 5%. It means it is ignorable, and we can use mean imputation method to handle this type of missing values. In the same way, you can see here, in case of this one, there is only one missing value which is less than 5%. It is 0.8%, which is less than 5%, and we can handle this with mean imputation. It cannot actually influence our results. Uh, Again, here there is only one value which is missing. Uh, so we can also handle this missing value using mean imputation method. So what to do next? After you have done this, you have find out, either you can delete your values. That is the first method. You go to the data view and you simply delete the missing values from here. You can click here the clear button from here. It will simply delete that. That is the simple option that you can apply. But if you are not interested to delete, and if you think that this value is very important for you, then you need to apply the mean imputation method. For example, this value, or this case or reference, you need to uh, you need to delete from here. The other procedure is to analyze the missing value. You need to go to the transform and go to replace missing value. Again, I would like to let you know, go to the transform and go to the replace missing value. That is another procedure. which would apply the mean imputation method. You need to click here, and you need to put here the variable that you are interested to apply the mean imputation. For example, gender. Uh, in our case, the gender was the first variable which have two missing values, which is 1.6% of the overall sample, which is less than 5%. So we can apply mean imputation method on gender. So how can we apply this method? We go here, we need to put the gender from here to here, and it automatically consider series mean as a mean imputation method. This is the mean imputation method. It automatically select this. You don't need to do anything further. You just need to click OK, and it will process your command. Now your number of valid cases are 126. Previously, if you see, previously your number of valid cases were 124 and two were missing. Now your number of valid cases are 126. You can verify from here. It has created the gender, and you can find out that there is no missing value here. They have basically automatically generated the missing values and have placed those missing values in the places which is basically required. Like you can see here, in place of this missing value, they have generated 1.6 as a mean missing value. So you can change this value. If you round this value, it becomes 2. All right, this become 2, and you need to identify what other value was missing from your data. The other value was here, and it was also 1.60. After rounding, it becomes 2. So this is how you can generate the missing value, or you can analyze the missing value. You need to copy this data from here. Just copy it and Control X, press Control X, and place this data here. Control V. It will automatically paste the data here, and it will remove the missing values from here. Now I need to see that SWLS3 and SWLS4, these two columns have some missing values. So I need to apply the same procedure. I go to the transform. I need to go to the replace missing values. I need to put it back like this. I need to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to press Control button from your keyboard and press each item from here. Then right click and display variable names. Now SWL3 and SWL4, these two are having the missing values. So you need to put it here, and SW4 here. And again, they have created series mean. You need to click OK button. And you can see here, they have generated 126 valid values for both of them. Previously, the valid values for both of them were 125. 125 here and 125 here. Now, after replacing the missing values, they have generated 126 valid values. So you can verify these values from here. They have generated like this. You can delete this one from here. Now you can verify the missing values, like SW3. If you need to see, this was the missing value, and it has replaced with this. So if you round this value, it becomes 5. And similarly, SWLS4, you can find out this one with this one. You can replace and you can round it with 5. So these are the values which are generated from the missing value procedure. So you can copy these values, Control X, and put these values here, Control V, and clear these two from here. Now, this data set contains known missing values. Always remember, if you have a largest data set, then you don't need to put the rounded figure in the missing value figures. You just need to copy the particular column and you need to paste that column in the required variable. You don't need to round your missing replaced values uh, in order to create your data set more reasonable. But if you have a small data set and you found some missing value, then you can make rounding of those missing values here. So this is how you can analyze your missing values. So I hope this procedure is basically clear to you. The next procedure is, I have let you know only the one procedure, which is mean imputation method. If your sample size is small or your missing values are small, less than 5%, you can apply, you can delete list-wise, you can delete individually, or you can apply mean imputation method. If your data is large and there are more than 10% values which are missing, then you need to apply multiple mean imputation method. Uh, so what are the multiple mean imputation method? For example, if you go to the transform and you go to the replace missing values, put it back here like this. There are some other methods like mean of nearby points, median of nearby points, linear interpolation, linear trend at points. This is linear interpolation is basically the multiple imputation method. So whenever you have a large amount of data set and you have more than 10% values which are missing, you need to use linear interpolation methods. For example, let's suppose this is SW3 that I need to apply. Then linear interpolation method will be applied, and it will create a column like we have created previously. So always apply this technique when you have missing values more than 10% of your data set. So I hope you have understand this point. So today we have covered the missing value analysis. Tomorrow we will cover the demographic summary and cross tabulation as well as reliability analysis for next discussion. So if you have any question, you may ask Ms. Hina or Ms. Rabia. If you have any confusion over this procedure or you would like to ask anything related to missing value analysis, you may ask. Your feedback would be very important for me if you have any confusion. Yes, Ms. Rabia, do you have any question?
No, sir, it's all clear.
All right. Ms. Hina, do you have any question? I think Miss Hina is maybe busy at somewhere. All right, let's conclude this session and let's wait for tomorrow in order to discuss demographic summary and cross tabulation and reliability analysis. So today we have discussed how to enter your data, how to analyze missing values, how to identify the missing value, how they can influence your results, especially when they are more than 10%, they can significantly influence your results They can actually indicate your results are unreliable. You cannot conclude your results if you have more than 10% missing values in your data. But if the missing values are less than 5% of the data, you can simply delete those cases, or you can compute mean imputation, or you can apply mean imputation for handling the missing values. So this is all about, I have discussed the procedure, the step-by-step procedure using the SPSS 27. So this was all about today's discussion. Let's meet tomorrow for the next topic, which is demographic summary and cross tabulation along with reliability analysis. Till then, thank you both of you for coming into this session, and thank you for joining this session. Let's meet tomorrow. Stay blessed. Thank you.